As we head into our final reflection on Mary, the Coronation of Mary, I'm reminded of what it means that Mary is Queen of Heaven and Earth. This is more than just a title. Mary has a special authority in her office as Queen Mother. But how does this play out? Well, in the scriptures, we see this at the wedding feast at Cana, when Mary interceded for the happy couple. We also see this play out in all the ways that Mary intercedes for the church. For example, we see this at Lourdes, where the sick are healed, and we see this at Guadalupe, when humanity's salvation is a fruit of her intercession. But if we take the risk, we will also see her authority to intercede as Queen Mother in our own lives, as I've seen in mine. Let me give you an example. One time, my wife and I took a trip to visit some family in Ohio. On the way there, we decided to take a detour to the Shrine of Our Lady of Consolation in Cary. While my wife was praying in the main church, I took my daughter with me down to the crypt. There is a statue or an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe in the chapel there, and while I was praying with it, I was reminded of a friend I had made in college who had fallen away from the faith, and I hadn't even thought of him in years. But suddenly I felt an urge to offer his conversion to Our Lady of Guadalupe. A few months later, I was sitting in my office when I got a call from him. I hadn't spoken to him in 5 or more years, like I said, so it was a little out of nowhere. He very quickly got to the point. He had been thinking about how he had left the church and wanted to discuss some of the issues he was having with what we believe. So it was after a few conversations that he had decided to go to confession and come back to the church. This was all through the intercession of Mary, of course. But since then, I've learned to entrust to Mary all of my intentions, whether big or small. And Mary's intercession has been very powerful and effective in my life. I have seen repeatedly answers to these prayers in ways that I could have never imagined. So as we close out this Advent journey with Mary, I encourage you to embark on a new journey with Our Lady. I want to challenge you to consecrate yourselves to Mary this year. You can do it on your own, or you can join our parish when we do the consecration together in the new year. I hope you have a blessed and Merry Christmas season.